Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Y and E podcast. Thank you for joining us. And if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, share, and engage with us in the comment section. Another heartbreaking news out of Nigeria. Some students and their teachers were kidnapped from the school last Friday. And unfortunately, we're hearing stories that one of the teachers was beheaded and nothing has happened. The government hasn't really done anything about it. The state government has been trying their best to put out their local security agencies to go after the kidnappers and find them and try to retrieve those people. But it's unfortunate that all their efforts have proven abortive. And it's just unfortunate. I feel bad for all the children that are being impacted. I feel bad for the parents that have been impacted. I feel bad for especially the man that just lost his life. I can't imagine what his family members are going through. And we haven't really heard anything from the president about this. We've heard or seen posts on X from the president's media aide, Mr. Bayo Nonuga. But other than that, nothing official from the president himself. In this time, you would think because the president is from the Southwest, it will at least come out and speak to this incident and assure Nigerians that this issue will be permanently resolved. But it's unfortunate that he hasn't come out. Or maybe he hasn't been briefed, but you can't tell me he hasn't been briefed. I'm sure the governor of Oyo-State has been working tirelessly and trying to retrieve those kids. If he hasn't been briefed, then I don't know what his advisors are doing about it. And if it's been briefed and he's decided to keep mute and not do anything about it, then it's just sad. It's just sad. When he was running for office, a lot of people believe it would be better than the former president, President Buhari. But it's unfortunate that they are operating on the same capacity, and the poor Nigerians are receiving the short end of the sticks. What do you think?
I mean, in ideal situation, the president's supposed to have said something about the situation and perhaps visited the place to have a first-hand assessment or first-hand, witness about what went on in that place. But the president we have, I mean, we cannot claim ignorant of the kind of president that we have. He basically went to Benue State and couldn't go to the affected community. His reason is because rain fell and then they couldn't drive on the pavement. The same thing, he went to Plateau and then did not go meet the victims. Instead, he asked them to bring the victims to the airport, and they complained about the airport shutting down in a short while, that he only have a few minutes. And that statement that he made, I was kind of surprised. I can't even imagine, although I don't see a scenario where it will happen, but I can't even imagine Trump coming to Hoosier State, and they say they will shut down the airport, close the airport before he leaves, whatever. In fact, I would even think that they will extend the operation. Even if the airport used to close hypothetically by 8 o'clock, I can almost see them extending the stay of the airport, even keeping it till the daybreak, until he's out of this place. But in that plateau, they couldn't keep it open until the president finishes with what he was doing. That was quite concerning to me. I was just thinking about the whole situation the other day, and it hit me that, I mean, a whole commander-in-chief of a country, they couldn't keep the airport until he leaves, and they had to hurry him out of that place. I mean, it was concerning to me. Going back to Oyo State, we see, the reason why they haven't said anything, or they haven't, we haven't seen a lot of movements, is probably had to do with politics. We know that the governor of Oyo State and then the presidency are, both of them are loggerheads. They are not in the best of them. They don't have the best of relationship. So it's unfortunate that situations like this, politics get in the way of things like this, because that's the only way I can explain it, why they haven't issued any statement, because they are not in the best of them with the governor, and the governor has no control over the security apparatus of the state, whether the commissioner of police or any other person for that matter, because security is on the exclusive list, and then the presidency is in charge of the exclusive list. So it's a whole lot of mess out there. The president has been talking about state police. I'm not sure if he was just saying it for campaign, because Up until now, we haven't even seen anything with regards to implementing that state policing. So, if we had a state police, maybe Shea Makinde wouldn't be needing them, but the president is in charge of security and everything, and they still haven't made any move. Is quite unfortunate. Considering the fact that they called Tinubu a Democrat and that he's playing politics in the face of insecurity, I mean, it's concerning. And I don't think there will be any explanation for this.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what you said. I think the president has disappointed a lot of people. He's disappointed a lot of his followers. And I'm sure Nigerian people will remember this. Keep that in mind and not forget about it when they go to the polls in 2027. I mean, human lives, the lives of the Nigerian people should be above politics, no matter what the relationship is between the president and the governor of the state. The lives and the properties of the people in that state should come first. I know this is not the first time this is happening in Nigeria, and this is not the first time the president has remained silent on issues like this. But you would think because it's getting close to home for him because he's from the Southwest and, this calamity happened in the Southwest. You would think that the president knows what's going on and it will quickly help them find a solution to it. But again, they're taking politics above everything else. I don't even think the system is currently functioning unless the system is functioning on autopilot where it appears everyone is focusing on the 27 elections. Everyone is focusing on the primaries that happened over the weekend and, that's still going on into the new week. And it's just unfortunate that the people that are supposed to be speaking up, and they are no longer speaking up. I saw some posts online earlier about how Sunday Igboho was clamoring for a Yoruba nation, right? And this also happened in the state and he hasn't come out yet to put any statement on it. And a lot of people are calling him a hypocrite because he hasn't really come out and do anything. I don't know if he would have been able to do anything. I don't know if he's able to do anything. I don't think he has a power. He's not in any official capacity in that state. But at the same time, you would think people with bigger platforms will come out and call the attention of the president, call the attention of people that can help to find those people and quickly address the situation. But again, this is the same government that came to power almost 10 years ago when Jonathan was running for office. They used insecurity to campaign against him. And now the shoes is on their own feet. It looks like they can't truly find a solution to the problem. Again, the president has disappointed his people. The president has disappointed a lot of people in the country, and he should stop seeking re-election at this point because he's failed in his first time in office, and he should stop seeking for re-election because he can't really do anything to help the average Nigerian.
It's just unfortunate. This is me not being sensitive to the pains of people, but it looks like even the presidency, it looks like they are getting numb to the whole insecurity situation. And I think that will probably be the reason why Nigeria, that is the reason why Nigeria should, change leadership. But I fear that even if they change leadership, nothing will substantially change because it looks like our problem is systemic. It has nothing to do with an individual. I think our problem, especially with insecurity, is a systemic problem. I'm in a situation where we are integrating, known criminals, not even criminals, because when you say criminal, we are downplaying it. Known terrorists, we are we are integrating them into the society. A lot of them are seeping into our security outfits, into our military, into the police, into all our different security outfits. A lot of them are seeping into it. I mean, this is the only thing we are going to get: more kidnapping, more insecurity, and more banditry, and then a whole lot of attack is what we are going to get until things, fundamentally change, and then we have a real reorientation, our military, reorient them, and then weed out the bad eggs, go after the people that you know that or that no that have shown to be sympathetic to these people like Sheikh Gumi. I'm not sure why that man is still free walking all around. The guy should be in the confinement or he should be somewhere locked up, and also maybe in the courtroom answering to his, to answering to what he knows about insecurity. But then again, the man is free, walking all around, granting interview, jumping from one podcast to another, offering opinions about insecurity. I mean, the whole thing is surprising to me. But I mean, I'm just one out of almost 200 and something million people. We'll continue to talk about it. The people that are affected in Oyo-State, we pray for for their release and their freedom. And we also pray for the presidency, for God to touch their heart, to set aside their political differences and step in and do whatever they are supposed to do. Let us know what you think, and we'll be happy to engage with you in the comment section.